Hey, what's up YouTube? You're tuning in to howtoplaystock.com. My name is Kepley. In today's video, I wanted to cover the 6 themes that you can expect in the markets here in 2017. And then I also wanted to go over an investing strategy that I think has been proven and beta tested by me over the last 4 years that I think works for just about anyone. Doesn't matter your background or how much money you make. These are proven investing strategies that other people have used over the past 200-300 years for investing. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And for those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, stay tuned, and I'll see you here in the next segment. Okay, so we're back here. We're going to cover the 6 themes for 2017 and what you can expect with a cool-off or a pullback in the markets. Number 1 here, the Fed wants inflation. Okay, you got to keep that in mind. That's, obviously if you look at the interest rate hike, that's a good indicator as to, what inflation, okay? You also have trade right now. Consumer spending index is pretty much flat across the board. It means people aren't spending money. All right. Another thing, again, interest rates going up. You got a stronger U.S. dollar. Now, what a stronger U.S. dollar means is that it's going to cost more to borrow money. Okay, and obviously, that was something that Janet Yellen mentioned in her announcement or the FOMC meeting, was that we have a stronger dollar, so the economy's thriving, and they should just go ahead and up the interest rate by 0.25 basis points, which really, at the end of the day, guys, that's nothing. Okay, we've had interest rates almost at zero for almost 9 years at least, and they're just now starting to raise those. The other thing is we have high expectations from the Trump administration, so we'll see what happens there. The Democrats right now are trying to overthrow the election and get electoral voters to flip their vote. We'll see if that happens or not. Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen. I highly predict that that's unlikely. Okay. Now the other thing to keep in mind here, and I just wrote this down as a little side note, is if stocks correct or crash, the Fed has an scapegoat. Okay, and you have to keep that in mind, and that's Donald Trump. So, what's one thing that we can all pretty much agree on right now, if you've been watching this channel? That is that a pullback is coming. The stock market will crash eventually. We're at all-time highs. And if you know what central banks want to do, which is create inflation, you'll know that that's being done on purpose. Okay, everything's being done on purpose. Raising interest rates, done on purpose. If they crash the economy, the Federal Reserve has complete control over the markets. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind when you're investing. And we know that if they can crash the markets without being blamed for it, they most certainly will. And right now, with Trump going in as president, it offers them a perfect escape route. Okay, they can point the finger at someone else and say, "See, this is what happens when you get Donald Trump into the office." All right, I'm not saying that's 100% something that's going to happen. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's just a side note and something that I kept in the back of my mind. So that way, if you do see the markets crash and you see the Democrats come out or whatever politician it might be and start pointing the finger at Donald Trump, you'll know better. Okay, you won't buy into the bullshit, because that's what it is. It's bullshit. All right. So those are some of the 6 themes. This is the second rate hike we've had in a decade. Okay, so again, they haven't been able to raise interest rates, and the reason why is because of this cool-off or pullback that I've been talking about. But those are the 6 themes. I also want to cover something else in here. And that was the investing strategy that I was telling you about, that I think is, it's been proven to work. I beta tested it myself over the last 4 years, and it's just, when you look at all your other options when it comes to investing, this is probably the best one. It's the lowest risk for the highest reward. Okay? So, I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. Just to recap. So if you're new to investing, or you're somebody who's investing already, or you're day trading, you're a speculator, somebody who I'd call a gambler, and that's all you're doing, this video is for you. If you're subscribed to the channel already, pay attention to this as well, because this is going to save you a lot of money. Alright? I lost $7,000 over the last 4 years due to just stupid mistakes, letting my emotions get the best of me, and trying to find the strategy that works. Okay? So keep that in mind. And this isn't me bragging about losing money, because that would be stupid. This is me simply just saying, I've made the mistakes, guys. I've made the mistakes. I put money on the table. I have skin in the game. A lot of people just talk, okay? I'm not doing that. I'm testing stuff. I'm showing you what works and what doesn't work. So pay attention. So number one is, before you ever get started investing, you need an insurance policy. What's insurance? I'm talking about things that will protect you when the markets go south. Alright? So, number one, get insurance. What are those? If you've been tuning into the channel, you already know. Okay? If not, I'm talking about silver, gold, things that will go up when the markets go down. Okay, number two is get your long-term investments going. So what would that include? That would include like your IRA, individual retirement account, the 401k, anything that you can invest in that's going to create you money for the long term, that's more low risk. I'm talking bonds, treasury notes, some diversification across the broad markets, and this is globally too, okay? So get your long-term investments set up, and then three, once you've got your insurance, your long-term investments set up, then you can attack your passive income. Okay, so that'd be setting up like a broker account, getting into just a few, stocks that pay you out a dividend each month, stuff of that nature. So, just to recap on the strategy that I know works 100%, and you're not going to lose a whole lot of money on this, even if the markets do decide to go south on you, that's it right there. So you get your insurance, get stuff that protects you when the markets go down. Get that first thing. Second thing, get your long-term investments set up through your IRA, 401k, through the diversification. And then the third is the passive income account, which is setting up, your stocks that are going to pay you out passively. The other thing you can do, guys, you can create a business that creates passive income as well. I'll shoot another video on passive income, because passive income is really interesting when you start making some money, in your sleep, and you find out a few things about passive income along the way. I'll share that with you in a later video. If you want more details on the breakdown of all this stuff, subscribe to the channel, because I've got playlists that go over, I break down the long-term investment, components of that piece by piece for you, and I show you what has been proven to work throughout history. And I'm talking, we can go back 75 to 150 years through all the market crashes, at least 8 different major market crashes, 8. And every single time, this has been proven to work. Even if you do lose money, you're not losing a whole lot, okay? And we're talking maybe 3-4% as opposed to 50 or 60% of your wealth, you know. So, and these are losses. So instead of losing 50, 60%, you're only losing like 3 or 4%. It allows you to rebound much faster, get into profits for the long term, so you can continue growing your wealth. Okay. And then I've got a passive income account. Again, guys, I'm not, passive income takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to build that up and get it to a point where, it replaces your income or whatever. All right? So I'm not there yet with the passive income. For those of you listening who don't know who I am, just to let you know, 2 years ago, I was financially independent, okay? I didn't have to rely on a job. I could pretty much live for at least 3 years before my wealth ran out. I was making probably about $400 or $500 every 3 months on passive income, which isn't a whole lot, but things change over time. I went back to school, trying to get a new career started. That cost money, so I had to utilize some of my money to get that going, so I could build new skill sets. Meantime, I'm still making passive income, but as time changes, you have to make little tweaks and changes to your strategy, okay? And that's what I've done. I've still followed these 3 steps, but my passive income has changed a little bit. It's fluctuated. It's went up and down. And those are things you need to know about what you can expect when you start creating passive income, because it takes time to build it up. And even when you build it up, it can still fluctuate. Okay, it's never guaranteed that you're going to make a certain amount each month. All right, so just keep that in mind. If you like what you're hearing today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel again. Like I said, I've got plenty of playlists that go in and describe this stuff to you. But that's all I wanted to do today, was just shoot a video on the 6 themes for what you can expect in 2017 and show you, the 3-step process, and just recap, what I've been covering for the last year and a half on investing and what works. Okay, so with that in mind, you guys take care. Have a good day. Remember, income is the outcome. Okay, be patient, and I'll talk to you guys next time.